Hey students, this is going to be a quick video tour of Scratch to help get you oriented. This tutorial assumes that you've already made a Scratch account. If you don't have a Scratch account yet, then go back to Google Classroom and use the Scratch Week 1 assignment. That has a video with directions for how to sign up and a link that will take you to my Scratch Classroom. We're going to start with the layout of Scratch. So here's the Scratch homepage, and this is what you see when you'll log in. If you click on Create, it'll start a new Scratch project for you. There's a bunch of different parts of a Scratch project. This window here is your program. So this is where you can see what's actually happening. Down here, this controls what pictures you have in here. You have different sprites. You'll see that there's a plus button here where you can choose all these different categories. So like I can add an apple into my game, and to move it around the screen, you just click and drag. I'm going to click on the apple to program the apple. I click on the cat to program the cat. In Scratch, you can do a whole bunch of different things. The first one is motion. So I can make the cat move. So there, it's going to move 10 steps. And if I want to test this block out, I can click on it. But it isn't going to do anything until I add an event. So I want my cat to move 10 steps when I use the right arrow key. So I'm going to use this when space key is pressed, and I can click on the space and use the right arrow. And now on my keyboard, if I click on the right arrow, the cat moves to the right. So that's motion. Another thing that you can program is looks. I'm going to use looks to have the cat say hello. Now I want this to happen at a different time. I want this to happen when someone clicks on the cat. So I'm going to go back to the events and use when this sprite is clicked, say hello. Let's test it out. I click on him, he says hello. All right, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff in looks too. You can change the size of things. You can change color, which is pretty fun. So you'll notice that it said hello for the 2 seconds and then changed color, because it can only do one command at a time. So usually it has to do something first and then it'll do the next thing. I can also add sounds. Here it says play sound meow until done. I'm going to drag that in, so it's going to meow, say hello, meow, and then change color. So he did the thing, he meowed, there we go. And if I want a different sound, I can click and I can record a sound here, or I can go to the Sounds tab. In the Sounds tab, I can add new sounds, and just like with the sprites, I can choose from all these different sounds that are built into Scratch. Let's go back to our program. And now you know everything you need in order to start making a basic Scratch program. You need events to control what happens when something happens. You can change the way things move, the way things look, and the way things sound. These other things like control, you might want to use wait. That makes the program wait for a little bit, or repeat. But other than that, you don't really need to worry about any of this stuff yet. All right, so that's an introduction to Scratch. In order to start on your animated name, you're going to click on Tutorials up here in the corner and click on Animate a Name. This window pops up with directions. There's a little video, and there's multiple steps. Each one of these bubbles is a different step, and this will walk you through animating your name. So your assignment is to start on animated name and spend 1 hour working on Scratch this week. Let me know if you have any questions by leaving a comment in Google Classroom. All right, there you go. That's your assignment for this week.